Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for November 2025. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yeah, we're going to jump right in. Aquarius, this is another big month. Another really big month. And if you actually saw the November astrology overview that I did, the live stream that I did, which I'll leave at the end of this video, you're welcome. Joking. Come on, Aquarius, come on. We got this. We got this. If you saw that video, you'll know that this month is bananas. November is bananas. It's crazy. It's electric. There's so much happening. It's a lot. Do you see what's happening? All right. So everything that is underlined, you're looking at transits and you're looking at retrogrades. And that is the key theme of November. So, with that said, and there's more in the back. Remember, there's more in the back. There's almost 40 aspects this month that didn't even make it to the whiteboard. I squeezed in a couple, and we'll talk about that. But what is November all about for you? Remember, a lot of the energies from October are spilling over. You're still in the middle of your radical transformation. Huge transformation that's happening for you, especially with career. It's so much happening. Money is a big thing for you. You are changing. Pluto's direct, right? So all of these changes that actually started this summer with the Prism portal. And if you don't know what that is, I'll leave it at the end of this video as well. All right. What you can expect for the next 2 years in your life with this rare grand trine, this, 4 outer planets, all connecting the first time in history. Nobody's experienced it. All right. The other thing is, if you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your full spread. Then we'll break it down week by week. We'll pull more cards. Then we do the other spread. Now, you started transforming. You started having big impacts. Big things happen in your life starting around the summer. And then you went through September's eclipse season where you learned surprises and twists are super fun. And then last month with the intense, passionate energy that all that Scorpio energy brought, especially in career for you, that's your 10th house, very public facing. If you're not here for career, just your reputation. Yeah. You are going to still feel that throughout November, but deeper, more intense, and more passionate with a slow burn. Okay. And trust me, it's good for you. All right. These retrogrades that will be causing that. And there are 5 of them, 5 retrogrades. And those are just planets. There's a lot happening in November, but remember, they're good for you. Okay. Like, turmeric pills. Just know that this month can be a little bit complex, and that's why for this forecast, we are only going to focus on the retrogrades and the transits. I will pepper in a couple aspects. There's some major aspects that are happening, some that are the best of the year, but I want you to think of these retrogrades and transits as chapters of your life story. You are going to have some of the most dramatic change in November. If you're new to my channel, I'm an Aquarius. I got y'all. Okay. Now, there is going to be, like I said, like up to 40 major aspects. And again, just planets, right? No asteroids, planetoids, dwarf planets, fixed stars, any of that. And a lot of that will be happening, by the way. I'm going to tell you, Aquarius, because I got you. But a lot, all the aspects, we'll talk about your weekly forecast. Okay, so just know, like I said, slow burn, a familiar one. Why? Because most of the outer planets, all of them, except for Pluto in your sign, which, as you know, is out of bounds, meaning direct all month, out of bounds, a little bit wild, has a little bit of extremity in your sign. You're possibly feeling like, whoa, there's a lot going on, but these outer planets are going to be back at where they were the beginning of this year. All right. And that does include Saturn and Neptune, who have already moved back into Pisces. We'll talk about this. So you can bet that November will feel a little deja vu-y. And out of sheer coincidence, a lot of the aspects of this month repeat of the same aspects that happened earlier this year. Okay. So you can bet November will feel a little deja vu-y. Did you get that? You got what I did there. Anyway, Aquarius, come on, come on. Anyway, here's what's happening. You're going to be out of that wild vortex of the past few months with all these retrogrades. So again, it is a good thing. November is all about internal change. You're going to be doing a lot of reassessing, reevaluating, redefining who you are. You got Pluto in your sign. That's power, that's empowerment, that's change, that's transformation. And you're going to be doing a lot of reflection. And remember, a lot of aspects just they're spilling over from October into November. And it is going to be a very different month for you. It would possibly be one of your most significant, iconic, and memorable, unforgettable months. And I am going to tell you why. And just for you, right? And remember, Jupiter is trine Saturn. And that's going to actually perfect, yeah, in November. So that's bringing this growth and stability in work and your everyday activities and money. Remember, Saturn is in Pisces in your second house of income and salary and finances with the North Node. And Neptune is there again, right? And so the fact that you have all this energy in Scorpio, is it even, it's on the back. I'm going to tell you something. When we turn this on the back, yeah, there's going to be change. They're going to go through enormous change. So keep that in mind. There's still intense transformation you'll be going through in November. A lot of going within and a lot of things from the past, circumstances, even people from the past coming back, right back into your life. A lot of work related, like bosses, okay, is very possible. So this is a month of your radical revolution, of your death and rebirth, right? That's going to be happening, and it's going to be more of the rebirth part. All right. Now, Tuesday, November 4th, Mars moves into Sagittarius. First time in 2 years. It's going to be here for 2 months. Why is this such a big deal for you? Well, I hope that you're wearing your party hat. Mars in Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules your 11th house. The 11th house is your future hopes and wishes and long-term goals and aspirations and dreams. So there's going to be a lot of emphasis there. And Mars is going to make all that happen. Obviously, you have to take action. Mars is action and drive and ambition. And you use these planets and their aspects, right? So Mars is actually leaving this intensely emotional domicile of Scorpio and into the fiery, blazing Sagittarius, which, as you know, blends a lot better with Aquarius, which is an air sign. So you're really going to feel this. It is in your 11th house. 11th house is also your support system, your social network, groups you belong to, benefactors, allies, friendships, your squad. You are going to be networking like you've never have in 2 years. Okay. This is going to be absolutely bonkers for you. And you do have a lot of social media stuff too. There could be something here with social media. But it is all about you. And a very likely scenario, Aquarius, is that someone from your past that you used to work with, or a friend or agent or something, you hear from that person, and they're the ones who connect you to what you want for your future. That is very likely for November with what's happening for you. All right. And you're definitely going to be expanding your horizons. You know, Sagittarius energy is very spirited. It's very happy-go-lucky. It's seeking adventure. Also willing to learn more. You may be going back to school. You may be teaching a course. You may be taking an online course. You definitely may be traveling as well. But it's all about the big picture. That's that Sagittarius energy. And I love Mars and Sagittarius kicking off the month because it really sets your determination for the month, for the next 2 months. But just remember, it's all about seeing the big picture for you, okay? And a lot of that has to go with going within, all right? But with Mars not retrograde and in a fiery sign, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But when you see what's happening for you, because it is in your 11th house, you're going to go above and beyond, searching for more. Searching for more. Okay? And you're going to find it. It's your 11th house on your path to enlightenment. So, the one thing is that Mars is going to be opposite Uranus at this time. So, expect unexpected things to happen. All right? Now, we'll talk about next week in your weekly forecast. Now, Wednesday, November 5th, you got the full moon in Taurus, 8:20 a.m. That's about, Eastern Standard Time, by the way. My time, New York City time. Convert that to wherever you live in the world. It's a full moon, and it's a strong one. You're going to feel it strongly. Even by the time you get to November 1st, a lot of you are going to feel it, okay? And you see one of the reasons why. But another reason is not because the moon is exalted in Taurus. It's bookended by one of the most challenging aspects, which I just said is Mars opposite Uranus. So that's going to be very interesting because that brings up your 5th house of joy, pleasure, fun, recreation, enjoyment, family, children, true love, romance, sex, and creative projects. And I mean, Mars in your 11th house. So there may be something here with a friend or a group that you belong to or social media. Just keep that in mind. That's happening at the same time as this full moon, which, remember, I said is bookended by one of the most challenging aspects. The other aspect is one of the best aspects, especially for you. So what does this mean? This full moon in Taurus is going to be a little unpredictable with Uranus and Mars. And it can be good predictable. It can be like, oh, okay, a little bit of a wake-up call. Remember, Uranus is your ruling planet, Aquarius. That's why I'm harping on this. It's a full moon in Taurus, fixed sign. You're going to feel this, okay? So the fact that Taurus rules your 4th house, home, family, the foundations of your life, there may be something here. There may be some changes. Some of y'all may... a lot of these breakthroughs, by the way, these unexpected surprises, a lot of it may be you surprising you. You may just, one day, maybe November 3rd or 4th, you might just say, F it. I'm going to move to Costa Rica. That's a very Aquarius thing to do. Aquarians are known to be spontaneous and love their freedom. But there is a little bit of restlessness to stability, finances, your values, your foundations, okay? That's with that Uranian energy. So just again, the biggest thing, there may be some surprises. All right, like when Patricia Arquette turned down A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Stranger things have happened. Now, I want you to think back to April 27th of this year because this is the corresponding full moon to that new moon in Taurus. Did y'all move? Did something happen with home? Did you buy property? Were you looking at property? Because it's also real estate. Were you working with a realtor? Were you had a situation with your landlord? Did you become a landlord? Did you have kids? This is all family stuff. You could have spent some time discovering your roots, ancestry. Anyway, there's a culmination, and the moon, as we know, is illuminating. And it does feel like a portal, this full moon, because, again, what's coming up, we'll talk about it. The other thing is, don't forget, we're still in Scorpio season, and we still have some activity in Scorpio, okay? And you see something else happening. And Scorpio is all about the truth, right? Revelations. So there could be some revelations around this time as well. Now, the great aspect that is happening, and buckle up for this, Mars sextile Pluto. Now, we'll talk about that more next week. Pluto's in your sign. Mars, I just told you, is in your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, and dreams. You are going to feel this. Why? Because the 11th house is your home. Aquarius rules the 11th house and your social network and, things like that. Just think the masses. Aquarius rules humanity, right? So anyway, this is super, super rare. One of my faves, when it comes to aspects. It's the 2 power planets, is Mars and Pluto. So they're like a wrecking ball to anything in your way that you want. It's pretty incredible. But again, it's just so interesting, this mix of these 2 aspects that are happening with a full moon. So just bear that in mind. Now, you're going to have breakthroughs too. Now, the other thing is you do see Venus moving into Scorpio the next day. That's going to be Thursday, November 6th. So Venus moving into Scorpio, whoa. This is going to be a big deal for you. This is going to be all month long. Venus is leaving her, castle, in the clouds in her domicile of Libra into the deep, intense, emotionally water sign of Scorpio. Pretty much all month, like I said. So now you've got Mercury, the Sun, and Venus, a stellium of inner planets. You feel the inner planets more on a daily basis, okay? But they're driving the intensity of your transformation, and it's Venus. So now love, relationships, money, creative projects. But remember, it's that energy of gotta have it, gonna get it, get out of my way. And so just bear that in mind. There is going to be your intense passions fired up again, emotionally fired up. Remember what I said last month? What are you willing to endure for what you desire? Well, Venus is the planet of desire. So here you go. Venus is also the detective now. All Jodie Foster, whoever. There's going to be revelations, especially in career. Okay? But there's also going to be a lot of things that bring you a lot of pleasure and joy in career. It's your 10th house. And again, if you're not here for career, 10th house is very public facing. So it could even be you and your partner. I don't know. Maybe y'all own an Airbnb and you painted the door pink. And all the tourists are now coming by taking photos. And now it's like a big, it's gone viral. And there's your fame, right? Now you're known as the famous couple that has an Airbnb with a pink door. Anyway, you see that it is something you're going to get recognition for. That is the 10th house, public recognition. And you're going to really want it with Venus and Scorpio. But secrets emerge around this time. So there's going to be a lot of things that you're not going to hold back. You're going to be telling things all about your passions. Again, in the career space, but it love, relationships, things that bring you pleasure. All right? Your deep passion for Dawson's Creek, whatever, it's going to come out. People are going to know. All right. Now, the other thing is that this is Venus and Scorpio. I know. I just have to make it very clear. This can be a little bit of you tapping into your villain side. Yeah. So it's Venus and Scorpio. She's in, knee-high boots. And when I say villain side, like Tom from Tom and Jerry, not a big deal. All right. You're just going to get what you want, but just be very mindful. And I'm only telling you this, Aquarius, because this is the day where when Venus moves into Scorpio, she's going to immediately square Pluto in your sign. And that is strong. That is strong. Remember, Pluto is Scorpio's ruler. So right off the bat, you have something here where the lower expressions of Scorpio can come out, which is obsessions, possession, shadow work, things like that. Okay? When it comes to love and money, those are going to be the biggest things for you, and career and your reputation. All right? So you might delete Tinder and then install it an hour later to send a heated message to someone who didn't write you back. Stay frosty, be cool, work with this energy, all right? Be transparent, and you will thrive. Now, the other thing is that Uranus, as you see, Uranus is moving back into Taurus. This is a big deal. You've got so much energy this month, career and fame, and the bright lights, like literally the one that's right on me, and home and nesting and your private life. It's very interesting. The 4th house is more of your private side. The 10th house is, again, very public facing. It's your public image. So it's very interesting what's happening for you this month, because there may be a little bit of a tug of war. Now, here's the thing. Uranus moving back into Taurus. Wow. The same thing that happened with Neptune and Saturn moving back into Pisces. They've been together since March 2023 in your 2nd house. of money, finances, income, salary, where Saturn was really testing you in that area. Finances was a really big thing for you. Okay. Now, Uranus, your ruling planet, the planet of breakthroughs and awakenings, and even, the rebel and innovation, surprises, though, and the unexpected, moves into Taurus, where it's been since May 2018 in your fourth house of home and family. Aquarius, if you are a subscriber, we've talked about this. We've moved. We've moved more than once since May 2018. That's what Uranus did. All right. I moved 3 times. Yeah. Since May 2018. And a lot of y'all did too. That's Uranus. Just can be a little bit of upheaval, right? And Uranus is going to be in Taurus again until April 2026. So, Aquarius, it's very likely, because you're finishing up this last part of Uranus and Taurus, which, by the way, just like Neptune, is the last of our lifetime, because, Uranus is that 84-year cycle. This is it. A lot of y'all are moving, okay? A lot of you are moving, or because of what happened with Uranus and Gemini, where you fell in love, met your soulmate, things like that, became really famous for your artwork, things like that. You're moving in with someone that you're getting married to, or you're moving into a place that is a lot bigger to accommodate the child that you had with Uranus and Gemini, right? Oh, there's so many possibilities. Or buying real estate. That's the other thing that may be happening. Whatever it is, home, family, parents, significant other, children, realtors, landlord, they're all here. Even, again, ancestry, your roots. Now, here's the other thing. It might be, a little bit of a relief with Uranus out of Gemini temporarily, okay? Because Uranus moves into Gemini April 2026 for 7 years, but temporarily, because that's the thing about Uranus, right? Uranus, your ruler, our ruler, is breakthroughs. You had major breakthroughs in creative projects, in relationships, in love and romance, but also breakdowns, right? There could have been some things that were, yeah. And a lot of it, Uranus and Gemini is the mind, yeah? So a lot of it could have been up here. The way that we were seeing things, you could have like a huge mental breakthrough or breakdown, right? Especially if you had Uranus on your ascendant. Wink, wink. So, Uranus, by the way, is still retrograde, all right? So just changing signs. But when outer planets move, I said this last month, when they move, they move. You're going to feel this, okay? So there can be something that does come up, all right? Because you're still under the window of the full moon in Taurus, yeah? And bear that in mind. You're going to have some clarity, if not only in the foundations of your life, but also resources and your values and money and finances, okay? That's Taurus energy. But what did I say? You have Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node in your second house of resources and your values and self-worth and self-value and material possessions and money and income and salary, because that's Taurus's home. So you see the big overlap happening for you this month. Money is going to be a big thing. And this is not a quiet transit. There's a little bit of a rumble to it. It's retrograde. You might reevaluate what brings you comfort. Yeah. But the great thing is, when Uranus moves from Gemini to Taurus, that's advantageous, because Uranus in Gemini since July up until this point expanded your mind. It expanded your consciousness. It is the great awakener, right? Literally, by the way, yeah. So brought innovation, brought change into your life. It really made you think more creatively, even artistically, problem solving. There was breakthroughs that you had with like maybe even having children. Fifth house is procreation. True love. Yeah. Remember, Uranus was trining Pluto in your sign for many months. That was a big deal. You have changed. You have changed so much. I'm about to cry. It's like I'm talking to my, soccer team as the coach. Anyway, you have had huge breakthroughs. Think about where you were earlier this year. Think about where you are now. So be very proud of yourself, Aquarius. And these breakthroughs have been for you to be the best version of yourself. This is your personal revolution. You know, you rule that. Aquarius is a sign of revolution. And with the Scorpio stellium that we have, that's big. That's big. You're having a huge revolution and revelations in your 10th house of career and fame, public recognition, honors, achievements, even social status. Yeah. Venus in Scorpio is a big deal. Venus is Taurus's ruler. So you've got radical change in career and money and home. Those are really big themes, but you can't forget Mars in Sagittarius. And we'll talk about more Sagittarius energy. That's really driving your hopes, wishes, and dreams to fulfillment. Okay? Now, so congratulations. Anyway, y'all are amazing. Then you see Sunday, the November 9th. Wait a minute, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, so Mercury's going retrograde in Sagittarius. So there you go. And what's going to happen from this point forward, you're gonna have some moments. Yeah, this is your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams, but also your friendship network. So, yes, you're gonna reunite with former friends or friends from the past or friends that you haven't seen in a long time. Mercury makes you bump into them on the street. They come up in your DMs, emails, things like that. It's exciting. You're going to love this, all right? Remember, there are great things that happen when Mercury goes retrograde, especially the part where you reevaluate and rethink things in your life. Now, Mercury in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a strange place for Mercury, right? Mercury rules Gemini, the opposite sign of Sagittarius. So Mercury is really far from home. Gemini is the mind. Sagittarius is more about your beliefs. Therefore, with this retrograde, you're going to spend time re-examining your belief system in becoming wiser. Okay? Remember, all about the big picture. It's big pick energy. You are also definitely going to have a lot of moments reassessing your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. Yeah. Because maybe you had a sliding doors moment and met the love of your life. And now that changed everything. You're going to go move to Kansas and open a farm with your lover who owns 3,000 acres, whatever it is, but you're in love. So there's going to be a lot of changes. Okay. You're going to go through a lot of changes. This is a good retrograde. But keep in mind, Mercury retrograde, it happens. The delays, the tech glitches, etc. Yeah. Miscommunication, tech glitches. Did I mention tech glitches? So just be mindful of that, right? Like the big internet outage with AWS. Remember when that happened? Yeah. If you watch my live streams, I called it, and there's gonna be more outages. I do speak a lot more about it on greatawakener.com. Did you see the redesign? Anyway, book your travel plans now because Mercury retrograde in a sign that rules travel too. You might want to book your hotels now and think wisely about your travel partner, things like that, right? A lot of y'all are traveling. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving. Now, the other thing is in the U.S., Tuesday, November 11th, Jupiter retrogrades back into Cancer until March 2026. It does feel like a lifetime, but remember, time is speeding up. Like, how are we in November? I still don't understand. I don't understand how this happened. So this is actually a really good thing. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. I think you're going to like it too because Jupiter is exalted in Cancer in your 6th house of your everyday activities of work. Remember, a lot of y'all are having really big changes with work and home. This is all about growing internally, your personal development, again, becoming wiser, tapping into your intuition, connecting with your intuition. There's something to be said about being nurturing here, taking care of yourself. 6th house is health. Health matters as well. It's self-improvement. So this is a great retrograde. All right. Really good one for you. And yes, you're still going to receive the blessings and good fortune, luck that Jupiter is known for. But from this point forward, you have Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Mercury, now Jupiter, all retrograde. That's a lot of retrogrades. So take time for yourself. All right? Go deep. Do some downward dogging. Go out in nature. Go look at the stars. Go look at your constellation. All that. Jump in a pile of leaves. Lay there looking at the stars. Yeah. Bring your dog. Focus on your chi, your chakras, all of that. It's your time, Aquarius. Take this time, okay? It's like a internal vacation. That's a good one. I just thought that up. It's like an internal vacation. True growth happens in silence. Anyway, and we do have another Mercury-Mars conjunction, this time in Sagittarius, in your 11th house. There's something happening here with friendships or group. Or you might be forming one. Now, Sunday, and I really, really want you to pay attention to Sunday, November 16th, you have the Sun in Scorpio trine Jupiter in Cancer. What? So this is one of the best, luckiest days of the month, okay? But when I say circle this in your calendar, really get a big marker, big fat marker, lipstick, whatever. Yeah, anything. Paint, finger paint, whatever you want. I want you to circle this date and actually this week up until the 20th, 21st. Oh, yeah, we'll see, right? You're about to see. This is amazing, okay? Because you've got the Sun in Scorpio in your 10th house of career, right? You have Jupiter exalted in Cancer in your 6th house of work and everyday activities. So you have your career, fame, your reputation, achievements, everyday activities, work, also health, yeah, if you're not here for work or career, in an amazing trine. And trines are incredibly auspicious. They work in your favor. They are the nature of Jupiter. But Jupiter also natively rules your 2nd house of income, salary, finances, and money. So it kind of brings that into the picture. But what brings it in officially? Oh, Aquarius. Look. Monday, November 17th, you've got the Sun trine Saturn. So, you can't even, it's this. So this is a package deal with the Sun trine Jupiter, Sun trine Saturn, and as you know, Jupiter trine Saturn. So what do you have? You have the perfect grand water trine. And when I say perfect, also perfected at 25 degrees. So all planets are at 25. This is strong. This is really strong. So it brings Saturn into this, okay? Saturn, again, in your 2nd house of income, salary, finances, money. You have your 6th house of work activated, your 10th house of career activated, and fame. You're getting recognition. Amazing. So I really love what's happening for you. You're not going to forget November. This is going to be a month that is huge. Now, are you ready for what I'm about to say? You probably know what I'm going to say. What are the chances? Wait for it. The moon will be in Scorpio. If you're a subscriber, you know that I talk about the moon in Scorpio. It does have intensity to it alone, right? Remember, Venus is here. You got the sun. You got a stellium in Scorpio, adding 10 times the intensity, that feel good, passionate intensity, that I gotta have it. I'm gonna get it. That energy. And it's effortless here with this grand water trine. So something major is about to happen for you, in a really big way. There's a lot. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. Mercury in Sagittarius is gonna sextile Pluto in your sign. All right, exact. Another perfected. You can't this is insane. You have a party in the sky. You have this grand water trine. You have another one coming up. You've got a stellium in Scorpio. You have Mercury sextiling Pluto in your sign. It's a party. It's boogie nights. Okay, that's what's happening in the sky. Mercury sextiling Pluto, with a grand water trine. That is insanely amazing. And this is a lot. You're going to sign some contracts. There's contracts here. You're going to have a very important conversation. There may be a very deep conversation that you have as well. It's all about your hopes, which is long-term goals and dreams, but also remember 11th house. So networking, your community, just a lot of people from the past with Mercury retrograde. You're good already. Now, Tuesday, November 18th, Mercury moves back into Scorpio. All right. So the planet of communication and thinking and the mind moves back into your 10th house of career and fame. And so, wow, you got 4 planets in Scorpio. That's quadruple the intensity in your 10th house of fame, career, your reputation. Why is this day even? Actually, the day that you know what's really funny is that today has been really intense for me, Aquarius. Maybe it has been for you, even yesterday, because I'm looking at the day that I filmed this, the moon is in Scorpio, October 23rd. Now, here's the thing. You had Mercury in Scorpio all of October. And now you got 4 planets in Scorpio. Sure, that's twice the intensity or 4 times the intensity. But this day, the day that Mercury moves back into Scorpio, that is going to be big because the moon will conjunct Venus. Mercury will conjunct the sun. You see what's happening. You see what's coming up, right? You're building up to something that's about to be insanely huge. And there may be something that you're deeply passionate about, all right? We'll talk more about it in your weekly forecast. But yes, people from the past resurfacing, reconnecting with them. This is still all part of your rebirth, right? Your transformation. The timing couldn't be more perfect. There's a lot of stuff that it's all divine timing for you. Because look at what happens November 19th or the 20th, depending on where you live. The new moon in Scorpio, 28 degrees, a late degree, 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is huge, right? And let me tell you why. It is like a new moon that took 3 shots of espresso. It's a little wild. It's just like the full moon, this new moon, and like Uranus moving, right? This new moon will not be quiet. Especially because you got Mercury not only conjunct the new moon, but Mercury and the new moon will be opposite Uranus, which is back in Taurus. And Mercury will also trine Neptune. You're going to be emotionally charged up. It's a new moon in Scorpio. It's all gas, no brakes. You basically have the grand water trine. That's like a water slide. Yeah, you're going fast. Things are happening fast. Even though you're all the retrogrades, you're doing a lot of the internal revision. You have the Sun, Jupiter, and Saturn in a grand water trine, meaning this new moon is part of the grand water trine. Mercury is perfecting a trine to Neptune in Pisces, your second house of income and salary. And it's all opposite Uranus and Gemini. So Uranus, your ruler, again, in the mix. Yeah? Breakthroughs. Huge, enormous breakthroughs. Charged up compassion with Neptune here with Mercury. Deep, compassionate conversations you may have or will be thinking. But this is really big. Y'all are getting new jobs. A lot of y'all are getting raises or promotions. A lot of y'all are starting your own businesses. A lot of this will be surprising things. Like maybe your boss quits suddenly and you're next in line. You know what I mean? Like there's big things. Give this 2 weeks to play out. But remember, you're the one who has to set intentions. Take action. This is going to be really big. Because Venus will be aligning with the nodes of fate at 15 degrees. So we have this nodal axis with Venus that's in Scorpio that will trine the North Node in Pisces, sextile the South Node in Virgo. What does that mean? You have Venus in Scorpio, right? The planet of love, but also money. Trine the North Node in Pisces in your second house of money, sextile the South Node in Virgo in your 8th house of money. There's something here fated. It's the nodes of fate with Venus. There's something here with money. So do you see why this is such a big month? And there's so many things that are happening, but I had to tell you about some of these aspects. November 20th is when we do have the Mercury Cazimi, which is amazing. That's this refresh. And I think that a lot of y'all will be in these new positions or even frame of mind in terms of moving forward. Yeah, moving the needle forward in career, your reputation, honors, achievements, right? Fame. But the bigger thing, look, Uranus and Taurus, sextile Neptune and Pisces. Now, this is a major highlight of the decade. This is huge. This is that, yeah, it's got its own box in the hot pink. That's how big this is. 29 degrees, critical degree. It's potent. And this is Uranus, sextile Neptune, which is part of the prism portal, as you know. You felt it strongly in August. Remember, this prism portal is years long. And I told you there's going to be peaks with some of these aspects. Yeah, maybe pay attention with this siren. There's Uranus. This is your ruler. And so when I say there's going to be peaks, you felt this in August, but they were in different signs, the planets. Now they're perfecting almost down to the minute. This is the biggest peak. And the last time we had this aspect was the late 1960s. So what does this mean? You have Uranus and Taurus in your 4th house, the foundations of your life, home and family, right? But then you also have you've got Neptune and Pisces, your 2nd house, the foundations of your life, but also money and your resources and self-worth, the things that you value. There is something major happening. Remember, Uranus is breakthroughs. Uranus is your ruler. What did I say? The late 1960s, right? So this is all you. This is all you. This is poetic. This is visionary. This is your personal revolution. This is your big breakthrough with your values. You are changing and you are going to see enormous change come from this in a really big way. All right. And remember, these are outer planets. And yes, they're retrograde. So a lot of this is internal. What is that big breakthrough? What is that freedom that you seek? You are going to feel this. It's generational. And it's, again, part of that slow burn. Yeah. But it's something that's happening. It's like undercurrents with everything else that's happening. Now, Friday the 21st, Sun moves into Sagittarius. So this is really great. Remember, the next 4 weeks, your emphasis will be on not only broadening your horizons and traveling and seeking adventure and also publishing, broadcasting. When you starting that podcast yet? Right? That's what this is for the next 4 weeks for you. But also, it's your 11th house, your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, and dreams. You have that's your house. Saturn is your traditional ruler. Saturn's with the North Node in these incredible trines with Jupiter, giving you stability moving forward for the rest of the month. There's something major happening. Your life is changing. This is this is your breakout role. All right. You're going to feel compelled to become wiser. You're going to feel this calling, and you're going to have you're going to be really social. All right. And when I say that, like as in networking, all right, and going out with friends, you deserve it. All right. Now, you do have on November 22nd, we'll talk about these in your weekly forecast. You have another grand water trine. All right. Now it's with Mercury, but you still see that it's with Saturn and Jupiter. So it's still hitting 10th house of career and fame and your reputation and achievements, 2nd house of income, salary, money, finances, and your values, and your 6th house of everyday routines and work, and your lifestyle and health. You've got a lot happening. Oh gosh, I'll tell you one more thing. November 23rd, you'll have the sun now in Sagittarius, sextile Pluto in your sign. When I say your life is going to change this month, now November 20. I don't know why I whispered that. Now November 24th. Yes. So there's going to be something here where we do have the bending of the nodes with Mars in Sagittarius. So, and also we have Mercury conjuncting Venus. We'll talk about that. Again, a lot more fame and career stuff for you, but there's something here with Mars bending the nodes. We'll talk about your weekly forecast when we get here. Just know there's going to be, again, something fated, and there's going to be some change here. And it is likely going to have to do with money, all right? It's your two houses of money. Anyway, or just you and your transformation or how you perceive money, making money, things like that. Now, November 26th, now you see we got Venus in a grand water trine. You just can't make this up. This is bonkers. I told you November is going to be bonkers. Thursday, November 27th, gobble gobble. We got Thanksgiving. You got Saturn, your traditional ruler, going direct in Pisces. You will feel this. All right. Remember, Saturn's been in your second house of money, income, salary, finances for 2 years since March 2023, giving you those life lessons. That's Saturn. He's Chronos. He's time, meaning that's why he's all about the long term, even in your future. Okay. So you're going to feel this. You're going to feel a lot of movement with money. If you've been learning your lessons, you're going to see the growth, okay? Because of Saturn's connection with Jupiter. So we'll talk more about this when we get to it. And then the 29th, you got Mercury going direct in Scorpio. And so Mercury's going to be here for a while. And again, a little bit of deja vu to October with Mercury having been in Scorpio all of October. And then Venus moves into Sagittarius. So you're going to love that. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to be very flirty. Let's get started, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for you for November 2025. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Aquarius. Okay. You are, we're going to do this fast. No, we're not. We're going to do it at wow. Do you feel the intensity of the moon in Scorpio today? Do you feel the intensity of the lights, like making me squint? I can't even see you. Aquarius, I do a traditional cult to craft spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. I will. We are Team Aquarius, and I love y'all. All right, so I'm just going to look at one more thing in your... You are going to be... Oh, we'll talk about it. All right, let's see what... Oh, my... You... Oh, my gosh. All right, I'm going to, break something. I'm going to break something for you, okay? What can I break? I'm going to break... why don't I just give you a sticker? You're going to get... Who is this? You're going to get Ted Lasso. Okay? You're good. This is speechless mic drop. I'll give you a candle drop. You are... What? I can't even... You see how oh my gosh. All right. So let's get started. You got the Knight of Swords. You see you got all major arcana, all court cards. What? Knight of Swords. All right. So you're not messing around. Okay. You have 0 Fs. You're going after your dreams. You're nothing stopping you. You're like, okay, you know what? There's there was moments where it's just no, I've come to a point in my life where I'm just no, going after what I want. I don't give up, going after it because you feel fearless, you're bold, you're courageous. He's going into the storm, the Knight of Swords, right? And this is all up here. Yeah. You have a lot going on up here in an amazing way. And yeah, a lot of it, like, again, can be reassessing things, reevaluating things. So this is pivotal. This is when you go within, you connect with your intuition, all that divine knowledge inside you. And you're like, that's your wake up call. And you're like, boom, I'm going to make things happen. I'm going to go after my dreams. Nothing's going to stop me. And I'm going to get it all. Because you got the star in the heart of your spread. You know that's your card. This is the stars aligning for you. Remember, I said that you are the native ruler of the 11th house, which is what? Your future hopes, which is long-term goals and dreams. So, amazing. Yeah, this is a lot of healing. This is wisdom. This is growth. You see the water bearer here, right? Your symbol, your, thing, glyph, but pouring onto the land as well. You see it's working. Everything's growing. So there is a sense of fertility and growth, of wisdom, of knowledge, of enlightenment, of everything. And babies. Because a lot of y'all had babies. So really amazing. I can't even I'm shaking. Listen, you got the Page of Wands and your challenge area. That's fine. That's all right. Just know what you want and stick with it. That's really it. Secondly, yeah, there may be someone who you got to have some conversations with, someone you're not seeing eye to eye with. It's almost like more about a vision about something, a vision about your future. The Aquarius, the star is all about your future, right? And that's Aquarius. Anyway, you're very future forward. Anyway. And we are in the age of Aquarius officially. Yeah. Now, so there could be just not seeing eye to eye with someone about like a vision about your future moving forward. So that's a conversation you're going to have. All right. It could be someone a little bit younger. It could be your child. It could be an intern that works at your company. It could be anyone. But it doesn't seem like y'all got on the right foot, if that makes sense. So, all right. So remember, it's a time to reassess and have these conversations. A lot of people from your past are going to be coming up. You're going to have these conversations. Your life is changing. You want it to change. You got the world in your crown. You got the lovers in their root of your spread. And so I don't even know what to say. Like, this is just bonkers. Yeah, your life is changing. And the world is attributed to Saturn, by the way. Saturn, your traditional ruler. I think that's really amazing that you see you're here too, the 4 fixed signs in the corners here, indicating the stability as you finish. Remember what I said, everything that you saw on the whiteboard, right? All the transits, all the retrogrades, chapters of your life. This is a huge chapter you want to end, and it's ending. Yeah, it's ending. And so this is indicating this stability, this new foundation. As you reach the end of the journey, you're moving on to a new one. This is the end of the major arcana, end of the Fool's journey. Through the Fool's journey, there were highs and lows. There were ups and downs. There was lessons learned. There was polarities. There was everything. But now you're here, and a lot of it's up here. You're ready, okay? You're ready for this ending. You already have this vision moving forward. It is clear as day. You have the lovers and the root of your spread. You have a partner in crime. A lot of y'all are motivated by having that too. Having someone that you can count on, someone that really deep in that relationship. Yeah, love, soulmate energy even. But it doesn't have to be. It can be career. You have so much career stuff. But there is, and even like family. There can be something here. It can be platonic, by the way. But this is just bonkers. You have 2 archangels. You have Archangel Raphael. You have judgment in your future. Why is this a big deal? Because judgment is attributed to the planet Pluto, who is in your sign. And this is, remember, Pluto is transformation. This is that wake-up call, right? Right here with Uranus trine Pluto in your sign. This is it. Your big breakthrough, your big awakening. This is meaningful, and this is profound. And this is Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet. What is that? That sound. What sound? It's healing. Yeah? I told you these retrogrades are going to be really great for you. And Sound is vibration, it's energy, it's frequency, it's raising your frequency, but to a whole other level. We're talking ascension here. It's waking the dead who are now seeking this meaningful life experience, which I told you this Mars in Sagittarius energy is all about the big picture, also life purpose, but you're having this huge wake up call. And it's all because of you. It's you that's making all of this happen. You are making your dreams come true, and the planets are supporting you. But whatever is happening here, it's bringing you one step closer to this entirely new journey. Yeah. You've got to know who you are. You've got to be connected to your soul to even get to the world, right? The card comes right before the world. And then you get back to the Fool, right? Anyway, you're good. Let's get to your stuff. Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Y'all, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, share and stuff. But tell me what's going on. I want to know what is going on with y'all. I'll tell you what's going. Like, come on, we're a team. Team Aquarius. Y'all. Oh my gosh, this is bonkers. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh wow. All right. Okay. I'll give you a. Yeah, you get it. Wow. Okay. Oh my gosh. So you got the Three of Pentacles. Do it. Start that new job. Start your own business. Start this new journey. Do it. You want it. It's gonna happen. Okay. You put your energy out there. You create your reality. There's something here with foundations. There's something here with doing something with other people. Like I said, Mars and Sagittarius is really going to be the driver for that. And your 11th house of networking, teamwork. Yeah. And so go forth. Go forth. You want it. So it's a really good time to network, be social, play that game. You got Venus in Scorpio. You're going to be fine. Okay. That's bringing a lot of attention to you. That's magnetism. And so is that. I'm like speechless. You have the sun in your external factors area. Think of the sun, which is this life force, right? The sun. The reason 8 billion people on this planet are alive. That's the sun. The sun is optimism, it's hope, it's renewal, it's opportunities. It's the biggest yes in tarot. Think of it as in it's fueling everything here to happen, to come to life. This is enormously special. I hope you know that. The sun, also card 19. Yeah, 1 + 9 = 10. 1 is this new beginning. You have this rebirth. Okay. This is a month of rebirth, but you even see like there's something. I mean, there's this new you. All right. And you even see the red banner here for achievement. You're good. You have 4 planets. You have many planets going in and out of your 10th house all month. This is amazing. Everything that you want is about to happen. You have that 7 of Pentacles. That's fine. That's you just saying everything that I've worked hard for, invested in, blood, sweat, tears, all of that. I need more. Okay? That's what you're going to have. You're going to go through that process this month. And as you can see, you're going to make it all happen. And that is kind of like breaking free from that old you. All right? Now, 5 of Cups and your final outcome. Very interesting. There's going to be the ending of something for your rebirth. It's as simple as that. And it might be emotional. And I told you that there is going to be a lot of surprise moments. There's going to be a lot of just, big changes in November. But this card is attributed to Mars and Scorpio. It might be something that has to do with work or career. It's your 10th house. Even still, it's cups too. It could be a relationship. It could be a partnership. But either way, remember, you see the 2 cups behind him. So, in a month where you are going to be focusing a lot on the past, with the past coming to you with these retrogrades, he is focusing on the past, but in that way of those lower expressions of Scorpio, obsessed, but like, I can't let this go. I can't let this go. You gotta. Cups are spilled. You gotta. All right. And you got those 2 cups ready to go right behind you. So even though the past is something that you're going to be immersed in this month, don't get stuck in it. All right. That's all it is. All right. There may be something that will come up and it may bring up some memories. You may even have some memories, or actually, you know what? I'm going to clarify that. There's something that, yeah, I thought so. It feels like there is going to be something where also you're going to end something, and it could be done in a way that, I mean, let's just say some of you may do it gracefully. Some of y'all may not. You're Aquarians. We're Aquarians. We can be rebellious. James Dean, right? Anyway, don't regret any. No regrets. That's all it is. Okay. You see, when you pick up those cups, look at what you got. You got the 6 of Wands, clarifying it, the card of recognition and victory and triumph and success and rising above and eminence. There you are. Remember, you have a stellium all month long in your 10th house of fame and public recognition and a new moon. You're good. Now, let's break it down week by week, Aquarius. The first week is the biggest thing. Is it like right off the bat, you have Mars moving into Sagittarius. You got that full moon in Taurus. You have Venus moving into Scorpio. You have Uranus going back into Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you for the first week of November. Don't even. I don't even know what to say at this. I know what to say. Like, you're good. You're really Messina good. Like, this is insane. You've got the biggest pentacle in the deck. Remember, I said you got money stuff happening. But Pentacles are your physical reality, material world. You remember, a lot of y'all are getting things too. Like I don't know, Honda Civic you've been eyeing, whatever it is. But you got so much, remember, home, family stuff. It could be a new home. Whatever it is, new job, new career, new path. It's new. And it's a hand of spirit offering it to you. You have the star in the heart of your spread. Right off the bat, with Mars moving into your 11th house. I can't even believe that. So, looking good. Aquarius, looking good. It could be a new job. There's so much potential here. You're good. Now, Sunday, November 9th, Mercury, that's Mercury going retrograde. And then, Jupiter's going retrograde. You have the Sun trine Jupiter. Remember, you have the grand water trine with the Sun trine Saturn as well. Let's just see. This is a lot. That's a lot. Let's see what's going on for you the second week of November. Okay, there you go. 4 of Pentacles. Very interesting coming after that Ace of Pentacles. I told you money's going to be a thing. So that's fine. 4 of Pentacles coming after that Ace of Pentacles. There is something new that you're moving into, that you're pivoting into, something that's opening up for you. This whole new path, brand new journey. It's just making sure that everything is cool. Yeah? Everything's cool. We're putting our, house in order, putting everything in order. Structure, stability. That's what that is. The 4 of Pentacles. Just don't let money own you. You see what's happening here, right? So the minute that you start worrying or stressing over, that's that low energy frequency. Yeah. So you want to stay at that high frequency. You've got Jupiter trine Saturn. You're gonna be fine. All right. Now where are we? Third week. Then you got Mercury going back into Scorpio. You've got a lot happening, to be honest. The new moon, in Scorpio, new job, new career. Like, there's stuff happening for you. You have the Mercury Cazimi, you have Uranus, Exile, Neptune. You have this. We're moving into Sagittarius season. Let's Let's stop there. That's a lot. Let's see what's going on for you the third week. Oh, well, let's see. You have the 6 of Cups, 8 of Cups. I'm going to pull one more for you. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll stop now. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. Okay, so 6 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Very interesting. Very interesting. So that third week, it makes sense. Out with the old and with the new. That's what this is. All right? Things that, listen, things that have been hard. Things that have been maybe even, to the point of burnout. There is something here where there's peace of mind knowing that is no more. I'm not going to let this be this way anymore, right? Because you got that 6 of Cups. That's all about tapping into your inner child. Very nostalgic as well, in a month of nostalgia, right? Deja vu-y. And then the 8 of Cups, where you're walking away from something where you know things are better for you on the other side. So I actually really love that for you. Now, the last week, you've got Venus in the Grand Water Trine. You have Saturn going direct. You have Mercury going direct. You have Venus moving into Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on for you for the last week of November. And there you go. You're good. You're good. You're moving on to all this wealth and power. So much money. So much money. You have all these pentacles. You have success. You have all these crazy, amazing. Like the Lovers, the Star, the World. Look at that. Judgment, the Sun. Look how much your life is going to change this month. They're in that Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. Look how much your life is going to change. This is you're good. You're Aquarius. You're amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Aquarius, thanks so much. Next week we'll go deeper in the aspects. Listen, it is going to be a month that you will not forget. Trust me. You're going to love it. A lot of that intensity, sure, it gets a little bit more intense with Venus, but even still, a lot of reassessing. I think that it is a time, I think we needed it. Okay. Oh yeah, the second spread. Yeah, we'll look at things. We'll look at love. We'll look at career. We'll look at health. We'll pull more cards. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Really good and legendary members. Anyone's welcome to join. We have so much fun. Aquarius, y'all are amazing. Y'all crack me up. Stop it. You're kind of okay. I don't even know what to say. This is insane. I don't think you've ever had it spread like this. All right, Aquarius, next. Oh, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. You're amazing. Aquarius, I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.